What follows is a quick demonstration of JBoss Developer Studio 6.01, JBoss AS7, and the JavaEE web project right here. So I just downloaded 6.01, you can see from this location here, and I installed it, and it is up and running. I installed it with JDK7, and yeah, so Java 7, make sure you got the Java 7 right, and you can see it's 6.01 there. It comes up with no server by default. I'm going to add a server to it. I'm going to go over here and add AS7.1, the community version, hit next. Alright, and you can see I have it in this location. You'll probably have to browse over to yours, but there it is. You can see app client bin, standalone, domain, etc. all underneath there. I'm going to also pick Java 7, since that's the one I installed the IDE with. I find things work better if I run the IDE and the AS runtime with the same JVM, at least on the Mac. Windows normally I don't have as many challenges with that if I mix and match the JVM. Let's hit start, see if the server comes up. I imagine the server's had other things deployed to it before, so it might take a little bit longer than normal. Let's see here, here we go. Yep, looks like I have an InfiniSpan application that I have out there. So that looks like it's up and running. So the next thing we do is we click on JavaEE web project. Alright, we're going to pick the target runtime here. And I'm going to hit next. You can see the project name, package name, that's all, leave the defaults. And right here you can see enterprise equal false. Alright, so that's because we're using the community version. Enterprise equal true means we're using the productized version or the supported version. We're going to hit finish. And so that's going to take a little maybe a moment to go out to Maven Central if I haven't already cached these artifacts, but it'll go out to Maven Central, cache whatever artifacts it needs. Those artifacts, by the way, do show up in your .m2/repository directory. Run background there and kind of make a point of that. Let's go to preferences again, type in Maven, and right here, where is it at? User settings. You can see basically where it's picking up your settings XML. I do have settings XML references to repositories like the JBoss.org repository or the maven.repository.redhat.com for the enterprise options. None of those should be necessary for this community version that I'm running now. But if you do make a change to settings XML, make sure you come in here and say update settings. That's very important. And every now and then, your M2 repository, your local one, can get corrupted through various mechanisms, and you get some oddball messages. You can just actually blow away everything in that directory and let it re-download again. Mine should be okay. You notice it doesn't actually think my server started. That's a specific bug that I found when you mix and match the different JVMs, especially with JBoss Developer Studio 6. So hopefully you're not having that problem. But there's the project. No problems, no errors. We have some warnings. Let's see what kind of warnings we have. No connection specified for database, fine. Unnecessary suppressed warnings, that's fine. So if I right click on it, let's see if this will work for me. Run as, run on server. Let's see if it'll deploy even though it doesn't, the server's completely started. Go to console. So you can see there's the deployed application from that's sitting out there in the deployments directory. Now hopefully it'll deploy from within the IDE. Doesn't look like it's going to work. Hit stop. Yep. I know. You're going to come back and complain at me. Let's try this one more time. New server. AS7.1. Next. Next. Actually, you know what we can do? If I double click on that, you get the server properties. You can go to the runtime environment. Maybe I picked the wrong Java 7. Let's see if that's my problem. Alright, let's see if that'll sort this out a little bit better. Yes. Come on, come on. You can see it did deploy my application, and now it knows it started. So I picked the wrong Java 7. This machine has 3 or 4 different JVMs configured. I got to rebuild this machine. Alright, so I got the right Java 7 this time. It deployed. The browser didn't pop up because of the error I had earlier, but let me hit run as again, and there's the application. I can run it on mobile browser sim. You can see it's not mobile, right, because it was a pure desktop application built on JSF, but there's the resulting application, and you can come in here and explore it. Java resources, source main. I can go look at the JPA entity here, add new columns to that. And of course, it's using an H2 database. So let me see if I can remember where we put all that information. Main resources. Okay, here's your faces config. These resources right here. Import SQL. So if you want to add additional records to the default database, so there's only one record, John Smith, going in there now. Persistence XML shows you how this is mapped. Okay, there's the DS right there, and auto, and there's the, see this dash DS right here? So that guy has to get, you know, basically deployed, and it's deployed in the artifact that you see here. Let's see if we can actually go look at this guy here. So this is in my workspace. I got a lot of workspaces. This is the one. There's the project. Okay, but it's right, the runtime side of it is right here. Standalone deployments, and here's that project deployed. Get resources, and you can see the meta web INF there. There's the DS file right there.